Tomorrow, we enter the month of March, PRBC family, which is also known as Nutrition Month. And Pastor will be focusing on the theme, You Are What You Eat, for Bible study. He will be sharing helpful hints on how we can improve our physical and spiritual diets so that God is blessed and we are blessed to do His will with greater power and proficiency. See you Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on live stream and Facebook Live. Pastor Mackey is also asking, in observance of Nutrition Month, that we strive to eat healthier over the next 31 days. Challenge yourself to drink more water, eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, and limit your intake of processed foods and watch the transformation. We would also like to thank God for Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church. PRBC was mentioned in Arizona Central as the location where many political and social discussions are held, and that has one of the best choirs in Arizona, bar none. We appreciate God for this opportunity and pray that His anointing rests on each of us. Join us for Noonday Prayer on Wednesday, March 3rd, as we are led by our very own Young Adult Ministry. Did you know you can call in your prayer request at 602-258-0203? Or you can visit the PRBC website to submit your prayer request as well. Don't forget to pick up communion for the first Sunday at the church office. You can pick up your communion on Monday or Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out all that is going on at Pilgrim Rest. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Opt in to receive text messages by texting PRBC PHX in all caps to 602-699-6624. Ruby Bridges. Ruby L. Bridges Hall was born on September 8, 1954. She was the first African-American child to desegregate the all-white William Frantz Elementary School in New Orleans, Louisiana. She is the young black girl featured in the famous and iconic Norman Rockwell painting called The Problem We All Live With. She was born in Tylertown, Mississippi, the oldest of 5 children born to Aban and Lucille Bridges. Her place in the history books began with her parents, who responded to a request from the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People for her to participate in the desegregation of the New Orleans public school system. The landmark federal case, Brown v. Board of Education, declared the separation of black children from white children to be inherently unconstitutional and unequal. As a result of that ruling, in 1957, federal troops had been ordered to Little Rock, Arkansas to escort the Little Rock Nine to school. Ruby Bridges stepped into history as a young girl of 6 years old in New Orleans, Louisiana, when she too required the escort of federal marshals in order to attend her desegregated kindergarten class. Ruby's father was initially fearful for his child's safety and resisted the decision, but then relented when Ruby's mother convinced him that they needed to take this step forward for all African American children. On the day that little Ruby faced a crowd of people throwing things and shouting, former United States Deputy Marshal Charles Burks later recalled, she showed a lot of courage. She never cried, she didn't whimper, she just marched along like a little soldier, and we're all very, very proud of her. Ruby Bridges spent over a year in a class all alone when white teachers refused to teach her and parents refused to allow their children to be in the same classroom with her. Later in life, Ruby learned that sympathetic blacks and whites in the community donated the dresses, socks, and shoes, which are documented in the photographs of her being escorted by the U.S. Marshals to and from school. Today, Ruby Bridges Hall, the civil rights activist, still lives in New Orleans with her husband, Malcolm Hall, and their 4 sons. She has been the recipient of many awards and honors. She has met with former President Barack Obama at the White House. She has been awarded the Presidential Citizens Medal by former President Bill Clinton. There are 2 elementary schools named after her, and a statue of Bridges stands in the courtyard of the William Frantz Elementary School today, the same school that once denied her an equal education because of her race. Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church is proud to recognize, celebrate, and honor the life, contributions, and rich legacy of Ruby Bridges, a Black woman.